Okay, a little behind the scenes movie magic. This might be a problem. We decided on a whim to just let's play fucking Duke Nukem 3D for a bit. We gotta run it in DOSBox apparently, and we'll find out if we have the correct resolution. Let's see what we got.
Do I go to DOS settings or do I just press 1?
You could try DOS settings. Let's get the whole screen set up. Let's get the whole package in here. Ooh, yes, 320 by 200. Select. Oh, those are just the two modes. At the bottom is there no, there's not really any. Ooh. It has been quite a while since we've had to mess with these kind of things. Let's find out. Duke Nukem, 1996, baby.
Oh.
There we go. That looks fine.
Yeah, it looks great. This is memories right here. 3D Realms. God, they used to make a lot of games.
Oh yeah. And it's just.
Oh my god, because I didn't check controls. Is it going to be WASD or is it actually going to be?
I mean, this is from GOG. It usually is a direct. You check the options. It's usually a direct port of what it was.
Mouse sensitivity is there. So does mouse.
Yes, but you might not have vertical aiming.
Yeah, I might not, but I'm okay with that.
Because
it's
like
gonna feel weird, but at least I have that. I played Doom on a plane once, which they just had a controller like this, just like a remote control, and it was very difficult to play.
Speaking of Doom, apparently a scientist got Doom to run on a cell.
Oh yeah,
and it's a 1 frame every 20 hours. So he's like, yes, it is unplayable, but Doom does run off of a single cell. There we go. Oh, it is arrows. Oh, fuck, can you change to WSAD?
Right, the options didn't have the
key mapping. Parental lock sounds, mouse aiming, screen size. Yeah, I think you're stuck with the arrow keys. All right.
And the thing is I might have to just do it this way. There's fire.
Not space or control.
Space isn't even jump.
Yeah,
A is
jump. Of course, A is jump. Oh, and there's crouch.
B is crouch.
Oh, beautiful.
See, I could be able to pull it off with this.
If you could just find the shoot key.
Yes.
Shift. Oh, okay. Numbers, swap guns.
Yeah.
Oh, there's our top-down map view.
Hell yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Control.
Control. Okay, it is control. No, there's no destructible crates.
Really?
Yeah. Do you think they had the resources to make that crate back in the day?
Destructibles right there.
That was a
set piece.
Set piece, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, there's a dude. Yeah, hell to the king, balls. Yeah, I never really played this game back in the day. Like, I played this level over and over again. I played this
level over and over again as well,
yes. But, oh, they fly! But, yeah, and I know I would rent the Nintendo 64 version of this a lot. And me and my brother would play the multiplayer against each other. So it's a pirate ship level, and we get jetpacks and fly around and shoot at each other. And because I was
I remember that in what 3D, or not 3D, but like in a actual like 3D one.
That one was. It was a later version of this because it actually had stick aiming.
Yes. Yeah.
You actually could aim up. It's crazy innovations.
Okay, space is to open doors.
Okay. Yeah, we're doing a little video game archaeology here, trying to remember how to play games that at one point we were young enough to think this was new and cool, but have long since walked away from such notions. Granted, if we
being behind there.
What was that?
Oh
yeah. Oh, yeah. You have to go to like the projector room and hit a button, which will open the curtains.
Right.
Like, yeah, I remember a lot about this first level.
Yes.
But after that, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck happens after that.
Also, there is no strafing.
Yep.
And shit.
Mm-hmm. Just memorizing. Oh, you gotta find the counter. Oh man! Oh, you're out of bullet! Hey, you got that. I get some of them clips.
I needed that.
Those are the small ones? The large ones look small on them.
Ooh, shotgun.
Oh, damn.
Okay, I think you can...
I can hit him.
Oh. I think you can interact with that monitor too, and it like gives you security camera views. Yeah.
Oh, buddy. He's hiding in the bathroom.
In the bathroom. Such amazing innovations for the time.
Yes.
Get that hat up.
Oh, atomic head.
Oh yeah, the classic grunt when interacting with a wall. Yeah, at some point maybe we should actually, because I know like Doom has so many current iterations that make it very playable by today's standards.
Yeah.
That like, yeah, we should probably do like a Doom mod pack at some point and just play a bunch of weird Doom levels.
I would want to just play the like new. A bunch of people have taken the engine, updated it enough to just make new games.
Yeah.
And just play some of those. But then those games are usually made for people that play these fucking games.
Yeah, that's
so they're difficult.
Yeah, I would rather play the more weird and interesting than the ball crushers. Oh. You're in the arcade.
That hurt me.
Yeah, you took a little damage.
Wow. Well, took out 2 of them.
Oh, you can play Balls of Steel!
No, I can't.
Aww, doesn't even make a little pinball noise.
I've got no time to play with myself. Come on.
Duke Nukem original.
Play with myself.
Oh, there you go.
Don't have time to play with myself.
Did you know that was in there?
No.
Oh,
don't have time to play with myself.
Great. That's how predictable Duke is.
No, Red Axis key.
Back in Theatre. Assuming it's the same one.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm now actually able to hear the shitty DOS music as well.
Oh yeah, the
good stuff.
Where is it?
So let's see. Well, you get reacquainted with
our old boy Duke.
Yeah. So let me check my notes. Because I know I have some things to talk about.
Steroids.
Yeah,
nudie pick.
Oh yeah.
Well, not nudie, but.
But yeah, skin of
I just wonder if dudes in there.
Think there are.
Do I really have to, do I maybe have to destroy it or something? Oh, there you are.
That's right, it is time to kick ass and chew bubblegum.
Cool.
Oh god. Yeah, you get a lot of the guns early. I forgot.
I think that it's back in the day when you reset every time, so...
Yeah, yeah, our memories of Duke are very... Eh.
I need to shoot the thing to break it open. I can see a crack there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to use that just yet.
Yeah, this is just us doing a kind of a one-off of, yeah, let's just play Duke Nukem again, because why not? It's funny.
Yeah, pretty much.
We got nothing else we need to play. Might as well... Oh, yeah, got a whole bunch of new dudes.
I can't look up. I'm a dog.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, if this was a bit more better planned, we could have found maybe some mods to make this a bit more playable.
Oh, that's Mirror.
Yeah.
Nice. Good job, game.
Yes, this was back when mirrors existed in games and they properly worked.
Hell yeah. I hold my pistol with both hands.
I think you go turn the lights on too. Oh, he's making it perfect!
Much better.
And yeah, yes, I agree. Duke Nukem Forever sucks ass. Duke Nukem 3D kicks ass. But in Duke Nukem Forever's defense, you can pick up a turd in the first level and throw it around in the bathroom. That has to give it some brownie points. Hee hee, brownie points.
I get that joke. I forgot how to fire again. And it has me aiming up, so I couldn't hit the right.
Almost looks like you're walking. Oh, a babe in an alien pod because they're kidnapping all of our babes.
I suck at this game.
Well, at some point, we probably should play Duke Nukem Forever.
Yes.
Just to... Well, especially because there was the leaked version, where it was like the halfway between like development, and people have actually been working on that to make it playable. Not to fix it, and make it not suck.
All of the actual interesting ideas were there before they made whatever.
Yeah, Duke Nukem is a horrible game, but as a history piece, it's really interesting. And so for people to try to like recreate, it's your decoy Duke or Hollow Duke.
There we go.
Oh, that's right. You actually carry med packs in this.
Well, no, I just found the portable one.
Hmm.
Run and go for it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some ideas that we should explore at some point in the future, for more interesting playthroughs.
Yes.
I think that's blown up from the outside. You might want a quick save or something in case you kill yourself.
Holy shit.
Yes. I could have gone in this way somehow.
Yeah. Have you guys tried Bulletstorm with the Duke Nukem DLC? That's Duke's proper reboot, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I never played it, but I do remember seeing the Duke Nukem skin for it, and yeah, like, Bulletstorm is a much better fit of what Duke Nukem should have been, of being kind of like stupid and goofy and irreverent. Yeah. And yeah, Bulletstorms with its wacky combo system for scoring points was definitely a better fit than trying to make Duke serious. Because yeah, Duke should always be kind of... He's a clown. That's the reality of Duke Nukem. He is a clown. I think games like the Postal series kind of does what Duke wanted to do at a later date better than
Yeah,
what we
and
got.
the guy in those is just horrible.
Oh, he's a piece of shit. Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah, they actually just did a new post on it that long ago.
They keep coming out because I watch somebody that plays all of them, and they are entertaining.
Yeah, they're not great, but they're entertaining. Yeah, it has like a fucking fever dream and goes through his own like psyche in the last one. And then the game just ends with him waking up going like, I pissed myself. The end credits.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's great.
Shit, I already have the jetpack now.
Damn, I'm looking good.
That means I can go outside and fly to the top of the building.
Yes.
Which is not where I need to be. But also, what button is jetpack?
I think
A or J? Probably J.
is it not the same button you used to use the health pack?
No, the health pack is its own button.
Oh,
because so is the
really?
hologram. I don't switch in the inventory stuff. Yeah, the game.
It is old school. Everything has its own button. We got all these dang old keys on the keyboard. Every button needs to have a function. Oh no! It's a piggy police.
I'm getting pig caps.
Yeah, revisiting this.
It's kind of entertaining.
Yeah, it's well. I'm realizing like as much as people like to like shit on the Duke series, it was a little bit of an evolution from the Doom and the Wolfenstein. It's like it has its merits.
It has ideas.
Yeah.
Whether those ideas are good or not doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
They are ideas. Okay, there it is. Oh, do I have to fly to it?
No, isn't the thing behind you? That's the exit?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But why do I finish the level when I can go get shit?
It's just to get the thing that says secrets found more than you thought you found. I'm just, again, I played this first level a shit ton back when I was a kid. I don't remember what comes after this. I don't remember anything past the first level of Duke Nukem 3D.
Well, the thing is, this level also, I think, was remade in like half of the Duke Nukem games.
Mm-hmm. In a window? You can still hear him yelling back there.
Get to the top of this building?
Well, isn't that where you came from? No.
No, this is as high as I go.
Yeah.
He was in a window, but I don't know what window.
Oh, you got 34% jetpack.
Oh,
Fly boy.
go fly boy.
Where the hell are you?
Okay, now I'm good.
Kick the glass. There you go.
Thank you, Jim.
Yeah.
Hollywood Holocaust complete. Oh, there's 2 enemies left.
Oh.
And 2 secrets.
Oh no!
No! Game over, man. Game over.
Hail to the king. I eat ass for pleasure.
Oh my god, I was influenced so much by Oh, I keep all my weapons and stuff. Okay. What was it? Are you talking a fucking flying thing? Get back here. They took my ride.
My name's Duke, and I have a nun fetish.
Again, this influenced my life so much. There we go.
Yeah, fuck 'em in the ears.
There we go. Ah, you're waiting for me, huh? Just let your friend die.
Come get some.
Yeah, it's ambiance.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, are you
Thank
above the age of 18? We're born.
Yeah, this actually might.
We're naughty.
This might actually
no.
still have the dancing ladies.
Yeah, but they have tassels, so we're fine.
Okay. Well, it's all in game. So we didn't mod it, so it's okay. Generally. Oh no, it's nudity is okay when it's not a sexual manner, but who cares?
They care, John. They care.
Yeah, but they would have to watch the stream for it to matter, and nobody's gonna watch the stream that cares. So open the curtains, get a little glance. Or maybe you have to do something to open them. I can't remember. Then you hit the little button on the side.
Cool.
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
It was a rocket launcher. Yeah, I think one of these actually has like an enemy in it.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
That's...
Early 90s porno!
I like that is directly just a rip from it, and it's just, there's no way they animated those scenes
Yeah.
in the neck.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, they just...
God, I love the early 90s.
Oh my god, he's jacking it.
And I got a large medical kit because of it. Oh, that was his lube.
There you go.
There we go.
There's some proper booty shakes.
Mighty foot engaged. That... I got a superpower from that? Because all I did was hit...
Oh, interact.
No, I hit 1 to change to the foot, and it automatically kicked. Yeah. Okay.
Whatever. Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure if this was the second level. I was kind of mixing this up with the previous two. Or another Duke Nukem game. Yep, mirrors still work.
I was just waiting for that one to actually be an enemy. And the doors are physical objects.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
There's the whole porno shop, yeah.
Probably missing a secret or two.
Oh, sure. Yeah, all the buttons are there.
Not allowed.
Come get some.
And you can see yourself. Whoa, this game's so amazing!
There's help up there.
Oh, fuck, it is a combo. I can't remember. Just, oh, there you go.
Hit F for flashlight. It didn't. Man, Doom's crazy.
Flashlight, you gotta wait for Half-Life? Before you get a flashlight?
Stupid John.
I can't quite remember.
Come get some.
Ah, there's the triple shot. Yeah.
Yes. What?
It's such a dumb gun.
I'm out. Wanna come up here?
Yeah, well, you go ahead and take off. Like this is just a one-time deal of us. Like, let's go revisit Duke Nukem.
Dicking around with an old first-person shooter, which we said we were only doing so we could actually talk about stuff.
We're just talking about Duke.
And we're only talking about Duke, and also, I'm not talking that much because the control scheme is so fucking weird, I have to, like, think about it.
Shit. It's taking up a lot of brain capacity to be like, which, all these keys. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. No skin off your back of needing to stick around. This is just a couple of goons gooning off to an old...
Wait, gooning means something?
Oh,
now?
it means something. Yeah.
John, what are you signing me up for again?
Don't worry about it. Just don't think about it. Just let it happen.
I feel like my Saturday night's just gonna get a little bit weirder.
Gotta wait a whole week before it gets weird?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yep. See you later, man. Thanks for stopping by.
I know I blew up that building, but I don't remember how.
Let's see. So yeah, I can... Since we should talk about various things. I do have... And this is you playing, so this is a good time for me if I need to go on a large rant, which I want to. Because, well, you've been gone for the last couple weeks.
Yes.
I have finished many a game.
Oh, no.
Excuse me. So yeah, all my games, Christmas-type games that I got, I've completed, so... Metroid Prime Remake for the Switch. It's the best remake I've ever played. Because it's wholly the game, just nicer looking and better playing. No additional crap that clutters it up. So yeah, just little things on that. Also got me to, after beating it, I'm like, they still haven't talked about the Prime 2 remake. And they said it was almost done when that game launched a year ago, when Prime 1 launched. So there's a good chance. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. 9/11.
Greetings from Arabia.
Yeah, so they might have taken all the positive feedback of the fact that they did such a good job with the Prime 1 remaster, that they might be doing Prime 2 and 3 full reworks rather than just a high-res texture thing that they were going to do. Which, cool if they do that, then yes, I'll probably pick those up as soon as possible, and then we can finally finish the Prime trilogy with better controls and better graphics.
Please.
Yeah. No, believe me, playing it as a twin-stick, two-stick shooter versus the lock-on mechanic, it's so much fucking better. Like, it does make the game a little easier, but... Oh yeah, your jetpack does carry over.
Yeah.
Okay.
So might as well use it and get all the stuff. Even though I figured I probably could have hopped up right there and whatever.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, so there's that. I played and finished the Super Mario RPG remake for the Switch, and that's a pretty damn good remake as well. They did raise the skill ceiling, but they also made things a little too easy, so yeah, it's still fine. It was never that serious of an RPG, so who cares if it's a little easier.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was enjoyable. But the other game I played and finished was Sea of Stars.
Oh, you finished it?
I finished it. Not only did I finish it, I got the true ending, and I got the bonus ending that lets you see the developer room where all the developers get to talk to you.
Nice.
Like, I did everything. So, I have things to say about that specific game.
Good, because it might make me not have to buy it.
My short term, like the quick summary feelings on the game is, I want to call it a 4 out of 5 with a big asterisk next to it. Like, just on most elements at the surface level, are fantastic. It is very much either adequate to great. I genuinely like the game a lot. My problems tend to come from the fact of it's in that range of it could have been a 5 out of 5, but they fucked up a lot of things, and it just confuses me, really.
Why would you do that? Standard is that you don't do this, or
Pretty much, yes. Not even just standard, but just like
the answer's yes.
But
Okay, just to get a drop on them.
But it's just I've just like when I talked about ActRaiser, I've got everything sorted from the good, the mid, and the bad. So the good, visually amazing. It's all sprite work. It's all fucking beautiful. At no point was anything ever like ugly to me.
Shake it, baby.
Yeah.
Shake it, baby.
Yeah.
Then do it.
What? You didn't give her
Shake
money
it,
again?
baby.
What?
No, usually she changes her sprite when you do that.
No, that's the stripper on the dance floor.
Okay, that's what it is. Yeah.
So yeah, the game is super beautiful. Like, not only just aesthetically super nice, but like there is a like technical achievement level to the game to where near the end, when I'm doing optional side quests to get the true ending, I fought a boss, and I went, "Oh, this is a recolor of one of the bosses I fought earlier in the game." And then you beat the boss, and you unlock the achievement. Hey, wait, that's a recolor! Because they only recolored one boss in the entire game.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, that's how much the sprite work. Like, there's only a handful of basic enemies that are recolored as well. So, like, visually, everything's super fucking good looking. Like, I normally in modern day games that try to go for a sprite aesthetic, it's usually like, look, it looks like shit because old games look shitty. Like, they don't try. This is, they put in the fucking effort. It is a beautiful looking game. Sound, I specifically focus on sound design rather than music, because most of the music is meh. I like none of it, even with getting Mitsuda, the Chrono Trigger composer, in on some of the soundtracks. None of them really popped out. The few that I really liked, I have already thrown into our VRB playlist.
Okay.
Probably the best song, and immediately when I was looking up the soundtrack, it seems like everyone agrees with me, is a song that plays at a boss fight for a guy called the Stormcaller, who is an undead pirate wind mage, and the music is that. So it's creepy sounding. It has a fucking irony accordion beat to it, and the music is in a constant arpeggio going from the left to right channel, so it sounds like you're in a tornado. It captures the wind mage, the undead, and the pirate bit all in the song, so it's just like, fuck yeah, that's fucking great.
Cool.
But the sound design aspect...
Yeah!
There you go. Oh my god,
Yeah!
you nipple tassels!
Yeah!
Banned! So the reason why I focus a bit more on the sound design is because when I looked up the music, because after beating the game, I was like, I was hearing the music through my TV, I need to give some of the songs that might be good a proper listen to. There is like 9 hours of music for this game.
Jesus.
Yeah! And the reason why is there's 5 hours of the basic soundtrack. There is another roughly 2 hours of half the soundtrack done again, but as a night theme, because you can change the time of day in the game.
Right.
And so there's a night version of half the music in the game, which is fucking stupid. And then there's another over 2 hours of music of what would be described as bardcore versions of the music. Because anytime you go into an inn, you have a band of pirates that follow you from location to location, and they'll play music from the game, but all done in a minstrel style. So you have multiple, like, the boss fight music and the combat music being played with fucking, like minstrel music versions. And just like, they He tried really hard.
I
Again.
died.
Aw. Only a few of the songs pop out as like great.
The level.
Yeah, there's no quick save or checkpoints. You have to manually save.
Oh, and all my stuff is gone.
Oh, you start basic. Ooh. Yeah, you should have saved.
I should have saved it. Oh well. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't even want to play it that much. It's kind of been. It feels so obtuse. The controls were better. I'd be fine.
Yes.
I figured get an hour.
Get an hour. Yeah, we're worth over half hour. So yeah, just a bit more. Let's see. The combat system is fucking great. I love the combat system. To put it in perspective, the game is fucking long. Getting everything in the game took me 45 hours. It is a decent sized game. It is not for it mimicking Chrono Trigger and Super Mario RPG, which are both roughly like 10 hours. Yeah, it is a long game, and throughout the entirety of it, combat never got boring. I never, because one, it does the very good thing of you have ample opportunities to heal back to full health while doing a dungeon or. Oh, it's random. Okay. While doing a dungeon or going through an area, there's ample healing. Because of that, enemies can kill you very easily.
That's how I felt about that one RPG that I always forget the name of now. Because every single time you get full HP and MP between battles.
Yeah.
So it's just every battle could be difficult.
Yeah, it's a similar thing to this game, and it even keeps track of because there's a record keeper in the game that can talk to you to see your like in-game stats. I think just under 20 deaths when I finished the game. All of those except one was from average enemies. Only one boss actually killed me in the entirety of the game, because. It wasn't a thing of, well, the enemies were just unfair. It's like, no, I got complacent. I was just like, I'll get to the next fight. I don't have to go back and heal. Oh, I went in with not full HP and they just wiped my ass because I didn't think about it. So yeah, the combat system... Let's see. So yeah, the combat system has so many... trying to recreate the kick.
I'm gonna do it in the room where
the one that you got. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one, it has the basic timing Mario RPG thing of when you do a basic attack, you hit the timing correctly, your character will do a second attack, and thus deal more damage.
Didn't do it.
Was this the same one? Oh yeah, because the last one's the rocket launcher. Yeah, there. Mighty foot engaged.
That's tilde instead of 1, so I just missed the one
okay.
timeline.
Yeah, the guy in chat, Mr. D-Pro, said press Q at one point.
I tried pressing Q,
okay.
Yeah, before he even... not knowing that he had said that, I tried that.
Mm-hmm.
There we go, now I got to see RPG. Now I can scroll up so well.
But yeah, so every character, except for one, has a extra damage on when you do your basic attack. Also, every character, even though there are more caster elemented like characters, no one's a pure caster, no one's a pure melee character, because to regenerate your MP, you have to do basic attacks. Each basic attack regenerates 3 MP. When I beat the game, my highest level, very much the mage character, had 24 MP. Like you do, and he had a spell that consumes 12 MP, so he could cast twice before he had to start regenning MP. To which you'd be like, well, I'm just using a fucking mana potion. 10 healing items, max, through the entirety of the game. And that's including your Phoenix Downs, your refilling HP, cleaning status effects, and refilling MP. So you are limited.
Question mark right there. I think that it's like a.
I can't see shit from the TV, especially.
Oh
you
yeah.
have a much better view on the
question mark
screen.
right there.
Sorta, yeah.
But it's like on like every corner of the thing. I feel like I accidentally went into A secret place, yes.
There you go. So yes, there's...
I don't.
Did you say?
No.
Oh, you silly boy.
It's the first, 5 seconds of this level.
You silly... Actually, do you want to just look up, cheat codes or something? And just, jump to the end of the game?
Oh, you can go to any level from the start of the game.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The only reason going through the levels like this is because you get the weapon
you
from
build up.
previous. Also, I think I can just go...
Play the game, type these codes for desired effect.
How do you type?
And it's not tilde.
That's the mighty foot engaged.
Easy if you discover a cheat. When playing the game, hold Alt while pressing the F1 to F10 buttons.
Hold Alt.
Oh, that's talking Duke, sorry. Yeah, so holding Alt will make Duke taunt. While playing the game, type these codes
You're
for
an
the desired
inspiration for
effect.
birth control.
And also apparently take a screenshot.
Oh, because of fucking NVIDIA.
Yeah.
You're gonna die for that.
What fucking disappointment.
Let's see. All one
What are you
word,
waiting
D
for?
and stuff
Christmas?
will get you all keys, ammo, and weapons.
I don't know how to type. I don't know how to...
I think you just type.
D and stuff?
Yes. Yep. There you go.
We're gonna do this.
Yeah. Yeah, go goofy. Let's see. Okay, so building up the combats. So yes, you have to attack with a shrink ray. I don't think, no, I think it had a consistent... I mean, you can find somebody on the ground and maybe try it on them. Is freezing? No?
I don't know.
Yeah, find somebody... I don't think that blows them up. Yeah, it's freezing.
Freezing, okay.
So yeah, you regenerate mana with your basic attacks. And your characters at a max have 3 spells, which doesn't seem like a lot, and it isn't. But it never felt like I was hindered by not having that much magic to cast. Let's see. So yeah, okay. Every time you hit an enemy with a basic attack, you create live mana, which are little gems that show up on the map.
Yeah.
And you can have a max stack of 3 live mana on the map at any given point. Using live mana will empower your basic attacks to give it an element. So your sun character does sun damage, your lunar character does lunar damage, and the only other 2 elements in the game are arcane and poison.
Okay.
Yeah, it's limited, but and then technically there is a slashing and blunt damage based on what weapon the characters wield. Let's see. So yeah, there's that, and you can empower your spells too to make them do more damage, full healing, or whatever effect that you can get out of them. And then on top of that, every time you cast a spell, you build up a charge for combo attacks. And you can have 3 charges of combo attacks, which are very much the Chrono Trigger 2 characters do an action together. And then every time you do a combo attack, you're filling up the ultimate meter, which is only one character can consume the ultimate meter to do a super big attack on everything on the field, or whatever it is their ultimate does. And that's just talking about what you can do. Now, then we got enemies who, every enemy will have a timer on them, telling you how many activations you have until they act.
Until they do a big.
Nope. Until
It's
they
for the
act. They could do a basic attack. If they're going to do a spell, they'll get a lock on them, as in they'll have a series of symbols that if you match that damage type, you interrupt the spell.
Yeah, I played the demo, so I know all this, but yes, continue.
But I'm just because all the elements start to build up. But there are enemies.
What were you?
Right there. Some enemies, when their timers, will have the fast forward symbol next to it, meaning they have that many actions until they go, but they won't wait for the turn to reset. So they'll start going again before you do all 3 of your guys, because normally it's all 3 of your guys goes, turn reset, everyone gets new timers. That guy will keep going independent of the full round timer. So they become a bigger problem. Yeah, there's a lot of little elements that stack up, and yeah, you see the little lock on the enemies. They'll do these X damage types to interrupt them. The game starts getting to the point. What, you stuck? Oh, there's mouse movement, and you're moving with the mouse.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
Gross. Yeah, he's pushing the mouse forward to move. God, who thought that was a good idea?
Not me, but it's kind of hilarious right now.
So yeah,
You
you get those locks on enemies of you have to do X amount of damage types to stop the enemy from catching the spell. The game is frequently throwing those at you where it's like, you don't have enough. You can't do that with any basic means. You better swap characters, have certain resources available to do a certain thing. Otherwise, that enemy is casting that super damaging spell. You're just playing it like this now. But yeah, so the combat every system is small, but there's a lot of little systems that you're having to keep track of. So that's what kept it being interesting. And then
I might actually be better at the game like this. That's ridiculous.
The other strong point is it has a good meta narrative. It has an arc going across the entirety of the game that is consistent and is part of the game, which is the bonds people share. That is the general way everything in the story involves that element, is people making promises to each other, breaking those promises to maintain a promise to somebody else. It is all about people swearing oaths to others, to society, to the world, and sticking to those promises, essentially. And they do a good job of that, except for one part that stuck out like a goddamn piece of shit in the middle of the game. So I have to give a little context to it of say you played the demo was the color dungeon.
I didn't beat the
demo.
I just played they start off in some hill thing.
Yes.
To give you a taste of movement and combat.
Yeah,
and then as soon as it got to the actual we're going to tell part of the story now, I'm like, I don't need any.
Yeah.
Because actually thus far I kind of like this shit.
Okay, so to give the general thing, this is about the first quarter of the game, is what I'll be talking about. So yes, you are solstice warriors. You are children who are born under the summer or winter solstice, which gives you access to sun and moon magic.
Yes.
Which is a unique type of magic that is the only type of magic that can kill creatures called dwellers, which are essentially parasitic demon creatures that feed off humans in hopes of becoming strong enough to become world eaters, which once it becomes a world eater, the world is essentially doomed. And so you are keeping the dwellers in check, is the whole thing. Your order has been fucking annihilated, to it's just you, 2 other NPCs, and the headmaster of the school. And your 2 characters have now come of age.
Just kicking around with it. I'm playing on that.
Get to do the last level.
Okay.
And if you want to turn God mode on.
I will do that. I will do both of those.
Because we're never coming back to this.
Select an episode. Oh. It's that each one of these are an episode. LA Meltdown has multiple parts in it.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Let's see. DN
Let's
ending.
rock.
End episode.
Duke, we've got a new problem here. This video was shot by an undercover operative.
Are we about to see a birth?
I'm going in.
It blue screened on us.
Somebody's gonna bring
Impossible.
pain for screwing up my vacation.
DN ending?
DN ending.
No?
No?
DN ending?
Yeah, ENDING.
Yeah.
Okay. Frame rate. Displays pirates suck. Cache when space bar is pressed. Toggle monsters on off. D and Scotty number. Three numbers. Warp to episode number, level number. We would have to know which episode is the last one. You want to turn God mode on?
I do.
There's technically two God mode passwords. We're gonna go with the one that is far more 90s. DN Cornholio.
What are you waiting for? Christmas?
Don't know if that worked.
I'm assuming it would give us a message.
There, I had to type it faster.
Okay. So try, yeah. Then if it's faster, then try. What's the one that gets us to the end episode?
DN Scotty.
No, that was the
Oh.
go-to map. What's the steroids? End episode.
DN
D and ending. Yeah. Try doing it quick.
I'm not gonna be able to type that faster.
Come on.
Yeah, I have no idea what. Because it's, yeah.
Also,
Wait, what the fuck? When did that get turned on?
I don't know. I don't know, but I need to invert it.
If that's even an option.
It's one of the options,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, mouse. Yeah, if they have mouse aiming flip, then yes, we should have known that mouse aiming was a thing. I guess just, yeah, you have everything. Yeah, just go through it and kill everything. Have fun. Try to have fun.
I want to turn off that. Okay, what was it? Cornholio?
Mm-hmm. Wait, why do you want to turn it off?
I used to. I don't want to turn that up. I want to.
Also, I think you can also...
I want to turn this off.
Oh, really?
Yes, because the auto aiming works just fine, and also I still have to control it with this. This works better than this.
Oh, I have no idea.
Also,
Who wants some?
if I want to strafe otherwise. Okay, I get
right.
that. Good.
Let me get through my fucking Sea of Stars.
Yes, yes, keep going.
Forward. So yes. So yeah, you're the last Solstice Warrior. So it's you two older Solstice Warriors, and the Headmaster and the two older Solstice Warriors. You get hints that they don't want to. You are going to kill the last dweller. As far as you are aware of, there's only one left in the world, and you guys are going to kill it. Meaning, the Solstice Warriors don't have to be a thing anymore. We don't have to exist. Also have all the guns now, so you can use better weapons.
I can, yes, I will.
But yes, the two older people are kind of like, so can we abolish the academy? And the headmaster's like, no, you must continue spending the rest of your lives training and fighting and dedicating yourself to this for all eternity, essentially. And they're like, we kind of want to have our lives back, please. No, you can't do that. And to put it in perspective, the story is that you and the two main characters join the academy when they're roughly like 6 or 7, and spend 10 years completely in isolation. Like, they don't get to see another person while they train. And it's only after 10 years of training that it's like, okay, now go fight things. You don't get to have a life. It is purely an existence of hunting and killing demons for the benefit of others. Anyways, you go and defeat the Dweller, and all that's left is its demon heart, which just has to be destroyed. And guess what? The two older guys are like, yeah, we made a deal with some other dude that if we give them the heart, we have freedom. And we would rather be free than keep fighting this endless war. So they basically betray you guys, and it's just like, oh dang, you guys are assholes. The headmaster has a fucking mental breakdown because he's seeing the death of the world, essentially. And finally, when he recovers, he goes to your characters, and he's like, I don't know how you can stop them, I don't know where you can find them, I can't really help you in any way. All I can point to you is that this sage might have some information for you, so go find him. But before you go, I have to ask you one thing. Am I allowed to quit doing the headmaster business? Can I quit this entirely? And your two characters go, yeah, that's fine. And just like, no.
He's part of the problem.
He's part of the problem, and now he's walking away from it. Like, yeah, I kind of caused this with my strictness and my unwavering forcing people into the situation. Oh, it didn't turn out right. Well, can I just walk away now? And your characters don't say, you have to, like, they just go, yeah, you're our friend, it's okay, whatever.
Stockholm Syndrome's the hell of a thing.
Yeah, it stands out as such a... Everything else, because again, the two characters who betray you, they betrayed the bond of the thing because they vowed each other to protect each other above everything else. It is their bond supersedes the bond, or the oath they made to the Solstice Warriors business.
That sounds like a good learning experience for the game, because it's, some people will value that. Yeah,
it's one of those things, like, that meta-narrative is in every aspect of the game, except that one part just goes like, yeah, but sometimes no. And it fucking pissed me off, which is why I noted it. Everything else is good. Getting to the mid-level stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah, right now you God knows you should be fine.
I just want to blow everything
up. Yeah. Most of the puzzles in the game don't get very difficult. Honestly, like, I did not write it down, but okay. My feeling after beating the game was no puzzle in the game ever got harder than your average Zelda puzzle. And Zelda puzzles aren't particularly difficult. So it was one of those, like, the hardest puzzle was the one that I overthought, which was a sliding block puzzle where you have to create a bridge, and I overthought it thinking I had to create a straight line on a 3x3 grid, which is impossible to do, but I was like, no, this has to be the solution, and I'm like, oh wait, if I just create an L in the corner, I can make it. Oh, I'm stupid. So yes, the one puzzle that actually, like, hindered me was because I was looking for the wrong solution. So yeah, nothing's exceptionally challenging on the puzzles, but it's never a point of like, oh well, this is just busy work, you're just throwing crap at my way. So it never gets bad. Again, 9 hours of music, all of it's enjoyable, but most of it lacks that iconic feel. In fact, there's actually kind of a weird thing between the original composer for the game sticking to a chiptune sound for most of it, and then they got Mitsuda to do it, and he does almost like orchestrated compositions. So you'll go from beeps and boops to suddenly full orchestral, and it's kind of weird to jump like that. Again, not necessarily a bad thing, but just an
This-
odd thing. What?
I think it is. If I could look up, it's
The Mission Impossible?
yeah.
96?
I fell directly into
I
this
know, yeah, you
room
did.
from a vent.
When did that movie come out, though? This was made pre-96. I don't think that movie came out. Which Mission Impossible was it? Do you even
The very first one.
Was it the
Very first one.
I mean, I'll check real quick. Just to
And
see.
I think that I might be in like IMF headquarters or something like that, where it is. I wonder if I wasn't supposed to destroy that. Oh yeah, and there's the knife.
Okay.
Yeah, this is 100% it.
Where is it?
It came out in 96, meaning this had to be an extremely late addition to the game.
I mean,
Where
they
is
have all
it?
the stuff here. Is this just to get that?
Probably.
Is that the jetpack? Am I just supposed to be using the jetpack?
So yeah, getting back to Sea of Stars. Yeah, music, okay. So I praised the kind of overarching story element, and then we get to the chapter by chapter story element, and they kind of don't.
Yeah, IMF. IMF.
They kind of don't do great pacing. It's not bad, but it's one of those things of there's no downtime. Every part of the game is you have to save the world. It never becomes like, and now your characters just talk to each other. Every chapter, every time is like something amazing, epic, or legendary is happening all the time. It is never, there's never just helping locals do a local thing necessarily.
So almost like it's the side quests where you could find out about your characters just aren't there, or have them have a life.
Yes, and that's actually going to go into an element that's on my bad side of the game, which is oh yeah, my bad stuff's very jumbled. Yes, there's the note. The more playable a character is, the less interesting they are. And this is consistent throughout the entirety of the game. The characters you start with have no personality. Those two main characters, the Sun Lady and or Moon Lady and the Sun Boy, they have no personality at all. The one time the game actually gives them air quote personality is during that part where the headmaster has a breakdown and they are forced to not go anywhere because they're waiting for him to recover, so they just sit around and talk for one of the few times they actually get to talk. The sun guy says to the moon girl, "Hey, I wish I was more like you." She goes, "What do you mean?" He's like, "You're so calm and collected. I'm always flying off the handle." "Well, we balance each other out. Ha 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 ha." No event in the game
Does he go off the
does he
handle?
ever go off the handle. In fact, there's a significant event where someone goes off the handle. It wasn't him. Like, there's a part where you could basically welcome the big bad guy to kill one of your party members, and it was not him who caused that event to happen. It was somebody else in your group. But yes, the more time a character is part of your group, the less personality that they have. This was when I was explaining this to Andrew. An example being, there is a clockwork castle in the game. You go inside that clockwork castle. Inside, you find out there is a group of 5 children who cannot leave the castle because if they do, they die of old age. These children are like hundreds of years old. So,
Interesting.
So they are the bodies of children, but they have gray hair and wrinkles, almost like the fucking Akira kids. But so because they can't leave the castle, the owner of the clockwork castle basically has them making weapons for them. And they don't like that. They think, like we would rather use our knowledge of craftsmanship to do something interesting. And you go, well, we're looking to stop the evil guy. And I'm like, well, we kind of have this thing that can help you out. So they help build a device that lets you superpower up your moon and sun powers to fight the evil guy. And you kind of succeed. And they're like, sweet, at least now we are free in the confines of the Clockwork Castle to live out the rest of our lives. And you go, okay, cool. You move on. You do other things. Game ends up later on. You find a machine that rips the souls out of people and puts them in robots. And that machine is also controlling a atmospheric control center, because the game gets sci-fi at one point. Here's fucking spoilers. And this space station is essentially controlling the environment of this world, causing it to have a thick layer of clouds that stops the sun from shining, and thus prevents sun magic from taking off in this world. So you need to stop it from doing.
Always Mission Impossible.
Mm-hmm. And you need to stop that. So you find the AI core, and you need to get the blueprints of it, and you can't. But you're like, oh, those Clockwork Castle kids are very crafty and scientific. Let's take the AI core back to them and see if they can extrapolate the control scheme so we can shut this thing down. You give it to them, like, oh, well, this is going to take a while, so you guys can, come back at a later time. And that's one of the few times the characters are actually able to sit down and do fun things and explore being a character. When you come back...
this place is like barracks somewhere.
Mm-hmm. When you come back to the kids, they rebuilt the soul capturing machine from the blueprints of the AI core, because that's all they could extrapolate out of it. They ripped their own souls out of their own bodies, put all of their souls into one body, a frog robot, and thus they have become one amalgamation of a person called the Artificer. And they go like, well, we can't fix the machine from here, but now that we have a robot body that won't age, we can leave the castle.
And they become a character?
Nope, this is never a playable character. What? Yep. What? All this is put into a character just for a plot point, and for a little thing at the very, very, very end, like the end cutscene of the game.
That sounds like an amazing fucking character.
Right! Because he becomes one character with fight, and all the souls inside of him are still talking inside his head. So he's arguing with himself in his own head frequently, to where and all the kids are still kids. So they constantly are like, dude, strike an action pose. That sounded badass. Strike the action pose now. He's like, okay, and he's like does a fucking Power Rangers action pose. Like, yeah, we did it. We look so cool. Like that's all going on in the character's head. Where he's just like, yeah, I thought it might be cool to like everybody else in the real world. Not a playable character at all. Every character you don't play as has so much more personality than any of the characters you do play as, and it's so frustrating. Like that. I mean, there's a female ghost pirate who is a minstrel player, and is a master navigator. She's just the NPC you talk to drive your boat. There is a wind mage who was improperly trained, and so he can only cast wind magic when he's blind. So he wears 2 eye patches. He's not a playable character at all. He's just an NPC.
But that's fun.
It's hilarious. Not in your party. No, everyone in your party is generally bland, and they don't explain a lot of their motivation or reasoning for a lot of things. And then it's talking about not getting ideas for things. So playing through the game, there's a lot of things that happen that I'm like, oh, that's going to be a thing later. And then I wait, and I wait, and I wait, and then the credits roll. I'm like, wait, that never got explained. They never did anything. Like at one point, the 2 people who betray you meet with the big bad guy, the Fleshmancer, and they both ask him, like, the guy of the 2 group is like, yeah, I feel guilty about this, so can I get, like, taken to another world and remade into somebody who doesn't remember what he did? Because I just don't want to deal with the guilt of this situation. He's like, yes, I can do that for you. And, okay, cool. You will be a minion of mine on another world. Oh, and he also, can I also be faster? I've always been blamed for everything because I'm so slow. Can you make me faster? He's like, I'm a master of flesh. I can make you the fastest thing ever in existence. Okay, cool. And then he has these 4 henchmen who initially are the main bad guys you frequently talk to a lot or deal with a lot. And they're just named 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're these weird red robe cultist dudes, and they're
The mini bosses.
basically, yeah, they seem like the big bad guys, and they help the main bad guy out. Like, Master, you have returned to our world. We've done so much for you. He's like, yes, and as a reward, I shall combine you with this demon, and you shall be its consciousness. Thus, it will not be a beast of random destruction, but purposeful destruction. Oh, thank you, Master. We shall go to the portal and await your gift. Never see him again. It just not. You never see any of that again. And the reason why, which I didn't realize, and at no point does the game tell you this, or was even mentioned leading up to the game's launch, it's a sequel.
Yes, to the Messenger.
To the Messenger.
Yeah.
At no point was that ever pointed out in the game. It's a sequel/prequel.
Yeah.
Because the Messenger takes place in the past and the future.
Yes.
This game takes place in between those. And so that guy who wants to become fast forget things, he's a boss in the Messenger. The demon guys who become that's a boss in the Messenger. If you don't know the Messenger story, a bunch of plot lines just go nowhere.
So, I heard that it was a sequel, prequel, because the Messenger is the Messenger. But do you need to play the Messenger for anything? No. That's what they said. You don't need to.
You don't need to. No, it's true. For the main plot points, you don't need to. But a lot of shit feels incomplete and missing if you don't know what the Messenger was about. And I'm somebody
I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do.
I watched a full playthrough of the Messenger, and I didn't realize any of this shit until I beat the game. And I went like, oh. And that's the thing, people were doing videos of this. Like, the only reason I found out was somebody did a YouTube video of, like, Easter eggs of the Messenger in Sea of Stars. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. These are the guys who made the Messenger. Yeah, sure, let's start watching this. And first it's like, this is a remix of this song. Okay, this is... Oh, look, it's a element from that level on this level. Okay. Oh, this is the same world, and this is the same thing. Also, your two characters, the sun guy and the moon girl, are gods at the end of the Messenger. That the Messenger character... I'm like, so this is all tied together. So, yes, playing Sea of Stars, you do not need to know the Messenger, but God, will it feel incomplete to you. Like, so
that feels like a need, then.
So many threads will just be missing. But then there's the other part that causes story elements to be missing is the developers. You know how when we played Lost Odyssey, and it's like, boy, there's all these great stories that you read and don't play.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what they had a good idea of doing?
A lot of good stories in there, eh?
Not
that good. You don't play?
But it is you don't play. So I'm assuming it was less of, oh, we're going to do this intentionally, but it was a... Because the game's pacing is good. At no point was I bored. At no point was I doing something I didn't want to do. At no point was I doing anything that I felt was completely irrelevant and just a waste of time. And I think that's what their idea was, which is we could exposition dump you, or we could put all the lore in a book, and you can read it on your own time, and get context that way. That way, if you just want to go on a wacky, fun fantasy adventure and just see things, you can do that. If you want to see all the lore, you can do that. The problem is, the way you get the lore is, early on in the game, you get a historian chick that follows your group around. She has a magic tome that if you bring an object with a history to it, it will write the history of that object in the tome. You go into a dungeon, you will find one of those objects in said dungeon or at said or whatever location. But you don't see her until you finish the place. So you don't know the context of the story until after you've interacted with the story elements. The best example of this that I gave is you go into a mountain that was shielded by previous solstice wars because there's another dweller inside that mountain. And it was so strong that they couldn't stop it. So the only thing they could do was shield it off from the rest of the world and hope that there was enough life in there that it could eat and become a greater demon thing. But you have to go inside there anyways, and it's a fucking hellscape existence. And then you walk into a room and you see a bunch of monkey asses. And you're like, what the fuck is this? And it's a bunch of baby monkeys. So like, oh yeah, we were looking for Mama Monkey. And all your characters are like, oh, of course, the lair of the gorilla matriarch. I'm like, when was this mentioned? And then, yeah, you go downstairs, there's a gorilla matriarch. And they're like, oh, you've been enslaved and your children have been feeding the dweller. Oh my god. I'm like, when was I supposed to be notified that this was a thing? It just feels weird and disconnected. And yeah, it's kind of annoying in that sense. And then the thing that kind of sucks a lot is how they do the endings of the game. So one, you can only get the bad ending when you first play it. To get the good ending, you have to get the bad ending.
Yeah, that's always do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just tripped bombs. Which is you beat you go to the final boss, the Fleshmancer, and he goes, "Ooh, I do not fight peasants like you. That's why I have my generals." And he summons his general, who is one of the women who betrayed you from the Solstice Warrior things, and now she's been turned into a demon goat first stater thing. And it's like, oh my god, it's like it's a revenge fight. Okay, cool. And you beat her, and he's like, you have failed me. She's like, no, give me a second chance. And he goes, blah, and just scatters her into fucking dust. Because he's essentially a god. And at that point, it looks like you're about to fight the Fleshmancer guy when technically his buddy, who's in your group, goes like, my men beat you, and that was part of the agreement. If they beat you, you have to abandon that world. And he's like, okay. Because yes, the whole dilemma is two gods who have reached accordance of, we can't kill each other, we can't beat each other, let's just set rules that we don't have to deal with each other. And one of those gods ends up as part of your group. But he comes in with all the stipulations of that deal, which is, I can't be stronger than any of you, I can't fight any of the demons, and there was one other restriction. Oh, and nobody can know who I am. Because if anyone knows who I am, then they know I'm the god creature. Oh, there you go. A god character, and that breaks the deal that I made with the other god character. But yeah, so the game ends with the Fleshmancer, the main bad guy. Okay, fine. This world gets its freedom. I leave. And he leaves the world. And then Sun and Moon person essentially ascend into god status and fly through space and fight giant demon aliens for the rest of time. And also it ends with a shmup before the credits roll. Where you are gods shooting anything as a shmup kind of thing.
That's cool.
It's dumb. It's fun. But it's just like, okay, that was lame, and I pretty much assumed, like, yeah, that was the bad ending. And so, okay, time to do the good ending. And number one... I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it's been a while now, so I'm trying to remember. So to get the good ending, you have to do a chrono trigger. Somebody who died has to get revived. Ah, nice. Get smart hallway.
Yes, the man from Uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all just side
Goofs. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's the IMF. There's.
So you have to do a chrono trigger. Go back to the point in time at which somebody died, and basically make them not dead by taking them out of that time period and bringing them into the present. And the setup is actually smart. Because the event is the god guy in your group basically set the seed at that moment, knowing full well that this was a possibility and he could make it in his favor. But the way they do it, one, the character who comes back to life, apparently, even though he died at that moment, he maintained consciousness up to that point. So he knew everything you did up to the end game. So for conveniences, you don't have to explain to him, I guess. Which is dumb. And two, apparently he is the element that fixes things. or makes the true ending happen because you go through the same dungeon, you go to the same boss fight, and just before the beanbag is like, "Ooh, I'm going to summon my lieutenant to fight you instead," the guy who you revived throws like a rock at the Fleshmancer and goes, "Don't run away, coward! Fight us." Okay, I'll fight you instead. So that was the only change that needed to happen to make the true fight happen. And yeah, it's pretty lame. And then so now you fight the Fleshmancer, and it's a pretty fun boss fight because they take that shmup element and make it part of the boss fight. So every time you beat him up enough, your two god guys have to go into a shmup segment to fight him, and you have to take down his true HP a little bit. If you die in that segment, go back to the boss fight, fight him again in the turn-based combat. It was a little annoying, but...
Are you saying you're bad at shmups?
No. It's a little tedious having to refight the fight just to put him into that weakened state, and then you have to do the shmup stuff. And also, the shmup fight has you have this much time to do damage before he does a super move that puts you back into the turn-based fight, so you can't do it in one go. But okay, so sweet. It's the true boss fight. You beat the Fleshmancer. You defeat the Fleshmancer. They have an animated cutscene because they have animated cutscenes in the game, which is also a nice little production thing for when you beat the fight. So it's okay, different ending now. The Fleshmancer's on the ground. You guys are standing over him, and the wizard guy in your group teleports over to Fleshmancer and be like, "Hey, they beat you, so we have to leave this world." Okay, let's leave this world, and it's the same ending. It's the same fucking result of he just leaves the world. He's not dead. He still can destroy other worlds in existence. He's free to do that all he wants, but just save this one world. And the only thing that changes about the ending, because there's after it says you fought everyone in the universe, we get a bit of a time jump into your world, where now, like, that historian chick is now an old lady, and she tells the tales of Zale and Valere, the sun and moon warriors who travel around and keeps the legend alive. But now the character who was dead is now an old man, and she's like, "Oh, it's time for them to come by," because now every year they come by and revisit their home world once a year on the birthday of their best friend. And yes, it ends with a sappy moment that was nice, but it's one of those things of like, it's not a good true ending. That's not a... Also, that's right, there's the shrinking. Also, the other BS part about getting the true ending is similar, kind of like Chrono Trigger. Every character has their own side quest that you have to go do.
Myself to do this?
Maybe? Like, go up against a wall and shoot? Have the blast hit you? No?
No, I think I need a mirror.
So yeah, you have to do everybody's side quest, so each character in your group has their own little extra bit. None of it really fleshes out their character all that much. But then... And the game gives you these clues as to what you have to do. You have to do the fucking BS collectible shit that's throughout the entirety of the game. So there's 60 rainbow seashells in the entirety of the game. You have to collect them all. Have fun researching all the levels you've been to. Again, at that point, the game was 40 hours of playing, going to different locations all the time. Like, so just have fun doing collectible bullshit work. Just to get the true ending. And the true ending is just, the guy that was dead isn't dead now, and he's old, and he waits for your characters to come back from the birthday party. And just, yeah, it is such a lackluster ending, and yeah, it's it's not. God, I'm trying to remember what game it was we played where, to us, the ending spoiled the entirety of the game. I don't remember what game that was.
The second Plague Tale.
Yes. It's not that. The ending, while boring and kind of
bad,
bad, it does not make me regret all the time I spent playing the game. But
Yeah, because that one.
that one goes against the entire narrative of the game.
I would have wanted to replay that game. I still liked the first one. But the second one's ending was so bad that it's just
it just taints everything.
Yeah.
Because this game, while the ending being, like I said, kind of boring, bland, and not really satisfying, it doesn't betray.
Stop shaking so I can read.
Thing smaller. So yeah.
Okay, so this is where I'm supposed to
I mean, yeah, you can look in the mirror.
rank myself.
But yeah, so it doesn't ruin the experience, but it definitely taints it. Like, unless you play Sea of Stars. Oh, that's right, you're talking.
It started to hurt me.
Yeah, cause I'm assuming it's temporary, so you got big.
Yeah, it was getting big in there.
Yeah, unless you played the game, got the bad ending, and you were just like, I need more. Yeah, go for the true ending. Otherwise, just look it up on YouTube. It's too much extra crap to do. And especially if you do the dev ending, because that's another, like, doing extra shit to find these items. Just talk to the dev room, and that's just a nice bonus thing to get, more so than an actual, like, reward. Yeah. And before I completely stop talking, special credits, they do have a mini game in the game called the Wheels, and it's pretty fucking great. It is basically miniature battle Yahtzee, where you are essentially rolling dice. Whatever symbols come up on those dice will either be you building up walls around your hit points, or fueling your miniatures to attack. And you get to choose 2 miniatures every time you play. There's a warrior, a mage, a priest, an assassin, and an engineer, and each one has a unique function to it. And every time you fight somebody at the game, you choose your 2 guys to play, and so you can think tactically about it. And it's a very fun game. I played the shit out of that minigame, even after doing the stuff that I needed to do. I still was like, yeah, I'll play a little more Wheels, because it's fun. Yeah, tons of little mini games. It's got a fishing mini game that's pretty good. You have to do the fishing mini game if you want the true ending.
Well, I'm assuming collectibles. Or is that collectibles like it?
You have to get the 60 rainbow shells. You have to catch one of every 23 types of fish in the game.
There's your collectibles.
Yeah, but that one's not bad, because as you collect fish, you can talk to a guy who's like, you collected this amount of fish. Here, fishing's now easier. Here, fishing's now easier. So just good. Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, okay, yes, I have to collect all 23, but it becomes easier and easier to do that, so I'm not that bothered by it. The other thing you have to do for true ending, a trivia game that gets really into the weeds of...
Wait, that's all it did?
If this character casts this spell, but without any equipment that modifies the MP cost of their magic, and then this character casts this spell, how much MP has been consumed? You're like, I don't even use that character. Why would I remember that? Scrappy-Doo! Woof. Kick it. Oh, you went on top of the door.
Nothing. Savage.
Damn. Yeah,
it disappointed you, but it didn't sour the entire thing.
Yeah, that's generally the summary. Like, I still, if you like old school RPGs that with a lot of modern conveniences and things, yeah, it's good. And if you just want a fun fantasy adventure, go for it. If you're looking for something with some depth to it, it's really lacking on that element. It's yeah, one of the things that came to mind was an old, like I said, everything is epic, everything is legendary, everything is amazing. there's a bit from Mystery Science Theater, like old ass Mystery Science Theater, of them watching some sort of stupid Conan the Barbarian knockoff, and during the commercial breaks, they talk. The character's like, hey, they keep talking about this sword of Ugarak or whatever. Like, it's all legendary and stuff. Looks like an average sword. Like, it didn't shoot lasers or decapitate anyone with magic words. And the host character to the robot's just like, well, yeah, that's what you do when you have lazy story writing. Like, this stapler is just a stapler, but it's the stapler of mighty dawns of ages long ago that Utrecht, the Great War, and Malithor the Wise created, has a lot more weight to it without me having to do any work. And that's kind of how the story writing in this game is everything. Like, yeah, perfect example is first, after leaving your village at the very beginning of the game, at a campfire scene, the character's like, oh man, what do you expect to see out in the crazy world we live in? We've never left the village. And one of the guys in your group's like, I want to see the Sleeper. The Sleeper, yeah, it's a dragon that's wrapped around this mountain. And if it ever wakes, the world will be destroyed by it. And so the people who live by that mountain have to play a melody to keep it in constant sleep. Oh, okay. Let me go. Okay, cool. Let's begin our adventure. Go through one cave, you see the dragon. It's right there. Like, that's how far this legendary creature is from your hometown. Was it one little, like, mountain trail away? Essentially, it's just like, oh, that's not that legendary. You didn't give it time to cook. Nothing gets time to cook.
Why do I always fucking forget the name of that game? The RPG that I raved about for the.
Not the. You're talking about the one made by one dude that has the mech,
Yes.
right? Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, so that one does that. They talk about all these like fantastical things. I want to see this. I want to see this. There's these assassins. Yeah, you have to go out of your way to find all of them except for one, which is a dragon that is sleeping in the final town. That dragon attacks you after you beat the final boss. And then because of shit that happens... Oh, hello. Oh, you're taking down my armor.
Yeah, it's actually kind of hurting.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. It just crawled up on your screen while you were looking at me. Like, it crawled from the bottom and just moved up. Started eating you. Duke Nukem's weird.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like... Oh, worms.
Oh.
I'll leave it and see if that happens again. Easter egg.
Yeah. Or is it...
One of your characters gains ultimate power by beating the final boss.
Right.
And it just basically talks to the dragon like, we're both one of the gods now. Back off. They need to escape.
Yeah.
Like, these people need to escape. My friends need to escape. And like, the dragon freezes and then pisses off. And then that character falls down because he doesn't know how to control his powers yet.
Right.
So it kind of sets up like, oh, the one guy like gained ultimate power. It sets it up to where the world goes on.
Right.
You've done what you set out to do, and then all of the world building that it did leaves it open to where this world is still living and breathing, and all of these cool. You could have another adventure there, and it kind of sets it up to where there is an possible apocalyptic event that you didn't solve because you solved one of them and learned about the other.
Right.
And it was one of those moments like, I kind of liked that. You gonna give me another one?
Yeah. That's what I'm wondering is maybe they're... Because, yeah, some of those plot points don't go anywhere in Sea of Stars because it's either in the history book or because it's in the messenger. But then there's plot points that just don't go anywhere here. Oh. Okay. And I'm almost wondering if the idea is they're just like, oh, well, it's going to be a trilogy. This will all be explained when you play the third game. And it's like, that's cool and all, but I haven't played the third game because it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Meaning I'm just left... Yeah, I'm just left without answers.
That's why I liked it done in this one, because it was... Everything... all of the characters were resolved.
Yes. Yeah, it's like you're in Sea of Stars, your main cast of characters get all their resolutions for the most part. Yes, but it's one of those things. Especially, I don't know why you would directly do a tie to them, especially the idea because the messenger is far past, distant future, and you're like, we're gonna go in between. It's like that means your start point and end point are determined. You can't do anything that would upset the messenger story if it's all supposed to be connected. Meaning, I know if this is the messenger world, the world isn't going to get completely destroyed because it exists in the future of the messenger. So you can't threaten me with that. And just it's again, if you don't want to just play a fun fantasy game, it's fine. It does the job. I wasn't annoyed or disappointed necessarily with that aspect. It's just
when I eventually play it, we'll revisit this, and I'll probably come to the similar.
Oh sure.
conclusion.
I mean, again, it's on my Switch, so I can bring it over and we can play it off that if you want to do that at some point in the future.
Stream?
Yeah.
I mean, how long you said it was?
Yeah, it's 40 hours. But a lot of the side quest stuff can be done off stream, like the fishing and rainbow shell collecting crap. Because no reason to stream that garbage.
Why?
But yeah, it is worth a playthrough. But just unfortunately they just it doesn't have any depth. It's one of that's what I was thinking about. This game has no character depth.
There we go.
Where again, you play Chrono Trigger, you just do the first chapter. Go to the fair, meet Princess Girl, and get sent back in time because Scientist Girl made a goofy ass teleporter. Go back in time. Princess Girl suddenly disappeared. You get explained about the time loop consistency that she can't. If she never got rescued, her grandmother never got rescued. She's never born in the future. Therefore, she doesn't exist in our time. Cool. Time paradox stuff is set up. Meet Frog Knight. Frog Knight aids you in going into the cathedral where you find the monsters who kidnapped the princess girl who was sent to the past. You save her, go to the future. And just that much. And we have our established thing of time travel is a thing. Consequences of time travel is a thing. We know our characters. Chrono is a mute protagonist. Luca is a scientist who is very full of herself. Marl is a childish princess. And Frog is overly serious and is not a jolly fellow. So right there in one chapter we have 4 characters with their personalities laid out, and we have the main theme of the game set out in just what would normally take 2 hours at most. And this game, I can't tell you the difference based on actions between Zale and Valere after 45 hours of playing that game. And that's another thing, so I'll just go ahead and full spoil. The character that dies is the fat friend that you plan to have.
Oh, fuck that guy, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to save him anyways.
Yeah,
he's kind of annoying.
That's the problem. That's what I was when I was talking to Andrew, Alicia, and John.
I want to revive Chrono.
Yeah, well, that's what
I was fucking pissed when Chrono died.
You have two, because multiple games do, character deaths mean something. And there's 2 aspects that you need to do when a character dies. At least one of the 2. Which is the character is very endearing and you like him as a character. Or
he's a fucking powerhouse.
The character provides something for the group that once it's gone, you find yourself severely lacking. You know, that's why I was like, when Aerith dies in 7, not only do a lot of people see her as essentially their first crush, because, yeah, she was waifu material for a lot of people. But 2...
Retard.
Yes. But 2, she provided a limit break early on of free healing for the whole party.
Yes.
And when you lose that, it's like, guess what? You lost your get out of jail free card. You now have to be a lot more cautious with your healing because you don't get free healing anymore.
I know I've said this on stream a number of times. I cried when Aerith died the first time I saw it. She was still probably like level 10.
Oh yeah,
I didn't fucking use that bitch.
I didn't use her at all, yeah.
But I was still very sad.
Yes, the impact is still there, but that's what I mean.
Because it's a fucking character that you were actually like around a lot.
Yes.
The first moments with her, are very. She does the fucking I know it's like reused animation, but hands behind the back, kind of like looking at you, like
She
what
has
are you
a
doing?
naive innocence to her.
And
which
yet
is-
she's supposed to be older, and she's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm older than you. That means you gotta treat me better." It's like,
yeah.
this is cute. This is
Same, yeah. The reason you miss Chrono is because Chrono's a powerhouse. Chrono's easily
And
one
also,
of the
I
highest
would-
damaging characters in the game.
I would also say that you miss Chrono because Chrono was you.
Yes, there's that. Yeah,
Chrono was
he
your
has a-
stand-in
yeah.
for most of the game.
And then fucking Legend of Dragoon. Lavitz is a fucking bro, and when he
Oh,
died,
Lavitz died.
You miss Lavitz.
Fuck the king.
yeah, the king sucks. Lavitz was such a better
Same
character.
exact stats.
Same exact. Yeah,
Doesn't fucking
you
matter.
you don't lose anything utility, but you lose something in personality. And Lavitz was such a
lose
better
the
bro.
bro.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So in this game, you have
You lose nothing.
You lose Garl,
Good days.
the warrior cook, who is a very big friend to your character, to everybody. Like that is the whole thing of being naive, friendly to everything and everyone.
That can be annoying.
It didn't get annoying, but it was one of those things where I'm like, you're trying to endear me to this character. I can feel the artificial like him. You like him, right? He's friends with everyone. Like, but he's not doing anything that I find particularly entertaining. He's just wow. It's one of those things of wouldn't it be unfortunate if something happened to that guy type of thing. So yes, he dies. He's the one who dies. But then it's like, okay, well, maybe the character didn't mean much to him, but what about his utility? What about his stats? He is the one character in the entirety of the characters in your party who has no elemental alignment. So he's just blunt damage. And
And everybody can do blunt damage
The
if
lunar-
they don't get charged.
No.
No?
It's depending on the character. So the staff girl, the lunar girl,
Yeah.
she's blunt.
Okay.
Sun guy is slashing. You get an
Okay.
assassin girl who's slashing. You get the wizard guy, the god wizard, who's neither. He's poison arcane. He has no physical attack to his basic attack. And then you get again, the characters that are in the party the least amount of time have the most personality. You have an ancient soul older than anyone else in the group, including the god wizard guy, who is placed inside a body of living glass. So he is now a glass golem with a ethereal spirit inside of him. And he has to be upbeat and motivated all the time because that is what keeps his body working. If at any point he becomes complacent, the body collapses and he dies. But if so long as he's motivated, he can live forever. He does blunt damage because he does wrestling moves.
Come get some.
So yes, when you get Garl back, he doesn't bring any utility back to your group, although it's actually hilarious of in that last
So you immediately can him anyways.
basically in that last fight with the Fleshmancer on the true ending, because you can switch party members mid-fight at any point, because you have to, because certain bosses will say, I need this element. You're like, I don't have it. I have to switch characters. But in one of the spells the final boss would cast is in 3 turns, I'm going to do a spell, and I need to be hit by 6 blunt attacks. And I'm just like, I can't do it. It would have to be, I have to end the round doing a blunt attack, then get a character revived, or get a fresh activation to do another blunt attack.
Yes, I do.
Can't just crouch.
I could crouch, couldn't I? You're so smart, John. Thought I had to page up and page down for the
To
bullshit.
do the tilt. But yeah, I just kept, like, I can't stop that power. And I'm like, oh wait, Garl's blunt, and I'm not using him. I could just feel Garl, Lunar Girl, and Glass Golem, each one do their basic attack, 6 blunt. Good, I interrupt the spell. Oh, I'm taking unnecessary damage because I forgot the guy I brought back to life exists. Yeah, so it did not
Oh, that's
work.
pain.
It did not work. They what was supposed to be a big emotional moment did not pay off. And well, and especially because like that's what I was explaining to Andrew. Is like
I unlocked it, but
you unlocked the first door.
right.
Yeah.
But I didn't have anywhere else to go.
They basically, like, this is supposed to be a big event, because it, like, happens right about the halfway point of the game that Garl dies. Maybe a little bit after it. And so, big event. And I'm like, I knew it was going to happen before I played the game. Because the game is advertised as a bunch of friends going on an amazing adventure together, and all the promotional stuff, the demo was like, we're going to go on an adventure. And then you look at the cover art, and you see Sunboy, and you see Lunar Girl, and you see nobody else. And these guys are supposed to be friends forever. Well, what would stop friends forever from being together forever? I wonder what happens. So yeah, it was one of those things of before even playing the game, I'm like, yeah, this guy's gonna die. Anyways.
A really bad character in an A character leaving your party permanently in an RPG that always got me is in Grandia 1. You're like 16, I think? You're a 16-year-old boy and your like 12-year-old female friend joins you on your adventure. You make it across to the end of the world, quote unquote, this giant wall that's supposed to be the end of the world. Everyone thinks the world's flat and it's just surrounded by walls. Right. You make it to the other side. I know. I think it's like right here. I think I'm gonna have to do this. I don't know if I can come through this window. No, probably not. She doesn't die. She gets homesick. She quite literally gets homesick, and then you do an entire quest that she's not a part of anymore, so you immediately feel her absence. And then you get her back in your party for a second, so that she can actually, so you can take her to this portal that you just opened. And you use it rather than going to the end of your journey and beating, like, essentially...
God, or whatever.
I think you're going to some ancient civilization and you need to stop somebody from getting there first. Instead of doing that, you're like, nah, we'll find another way. We're going to send you back home. And it's one of those moments like, that. She was shit. As a character. She's annoying. But when it's just, hey, I want to go home.
Yeah.
I felt it.
It's a personality.
I felt it really hard because it's like, oh yeah, you're a little girl. Yeah. You're a little girl on a fucking globe-trotting adventure. I would want to go home too.
Yeah. That's what annoys me. Is all these games from time past did what this game's trying to do better, and this game openly is like, these are my inspirations. Like, you didn't pay attention.
You don't understand why they're good. I don't care that you like something. You don't understand why you liked it or why it's good.
That's actually one of the things that I did want to point out is when you do the all the extra shit and you unlock the dev room where you can talk to all the developers. Yeah, their quotes are, "I hope I was able to recreate the experience I had of playing those games as a kid." It's not about I'm creating a good game. I'm creating the experience. I'm creating a facsimile.
I want to recreate a feeling. You can't recreate a feeling.
Yeah.
That's...
But also realize that feeling came because you played a good game, not just because it's the game you played as a kid. You played a good game.
Yeah.
You know, there's plenty of shitty RPGs that I don't think about at all at this point. But it's the ones that are stuck around in my brain. Again, you probably haven't thought of Lavitson for a long time, and the moment I dropped that name, you went, ah!
I think last year I was replaying. Or I've never beaten it.
That's right, you've never beaten Legend of Dragoon.
I pretty much always get to a similar point and then I go...
And that's... Like, Legend of Dragoon isn't even that great of a game. It's a good game.
I think it's solid. If I had it on PlayStation, I'd play the shit out of it.
Oh, sure. But it's one of those things like, putting together, like, your top 10 of RPGs, it doesn't even come close, probably.
No.
Yeah.
It's not on there.
Like
it has a lot of interesting ideas.
There's plenty of good about it, but it's not. But there's not that much unique about
I
it
don't know
that
I'm going
really
because of all of this.
It's just to me, Lapis is kind of like the standout moment of the game. Like,
And I always get to that point.
oh, it's pretty early on.
It is very early on.
Yeah,
It's within the first 10 hours of a
JRPG.
JRPG, yeah.
It's a good.
Am I not allowed to enter because I have so many goddamn items? Is this a...
and
You're not allowed to beat the game because you turn on God mode?
I doubt it. I can tell you how to turn on flipping if you want,
No.
or we could just.
We can just end it here.
Yeah, because I'm done ranting about Sea of Stars,
Yeah.
and that way we don't have to put it in a different episode or whatever. So
Yes.
So yes, Sea of Stars is pretty good. Maybe play it. And Duke Nukem 3D, it's a relic of the past. But
It's a relic
fun.
of the past, but I
You were having fun for a
I
bit.
was having fun.
Yeah.
Oh, what? That was old. Oh, it's that.
You're an inspiration for birth control.
There we go. Thank you, Duke.
There we go. So yeah, we'll take a break and we'll be back with Fist.
Yes.
Got some fisting to do up in this house.
After Duke, we go to...
Yeah, we gotta go fist. It works. It rhymes. It's like pottery.